She looking like cinnamon.
We're going to extract the elements from this song and bring it to the neck, show you different ways to play unique chord voicings and a unique system to create your own guitar arrangements. Cherry Forest by Lucky Day, produced by D Mile, badass producer. All right, let's get it. It's got those Frank Ocean type chords. And then a half step down. So in this key of D, we're going 4 chord, 3 chord, then we're going flat 3 major 7. Open E minor. Let's add some melody to that. A lot of times people voice the major 7 like this. I'm saying don't do that. Put your thumb on the root. When you put your thumb on the root, you can play this little minor triad up top and then free up your index finger, middle finger to play tastier, like melodic movement going on. Adds that pedal tone to the bass. And then instead of playing a normal minor 7 like this, we're going to add the thumb again. Thumb on the root and then leave that open E string. It just gives more color to the chord. Then the flat 3 major 7. Little trick whenever you're playing in a key and there's a flat 3 in R&B. Thinking about, you need to get your numbers down, learn a number system. If you need help, I have a system. It's called the Creative Guitar Method. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. We have and then we have another flat 6. Anytime you have flat 6, flat 3, you're gonna have these major 7 chords. R&B is super big on major 7 chords. Always, always, always. Lots of major 7 chords.
She looking like cinnamon. Long black heels, but no man.
6 chord, 2 chord, 3, 4. That's the progression of the verse. Now let's add some melody. If you take anything from this lesson, use your thumb. Use your thumb on these chords. Listen to the movement you get in the melody up top on these chords. So again, normally I'd voice the 3 like this, but I'm going to add that extra note up top to get the... I want that counterpoint movement. Counterpoint meaning some notes in the chord are going up, other notes are going down. First time. Now, switch up the melody. I want to catch that da-da-da-da. Again, that's why the thumb is so crucial. You'll never be able to get that on a normal voicing, fingering it that way. You want to use your thumb. Verse, whole thing. Next part of the verse. Woo. Something like that. Again, the chords are going to be the same, but now we're going to move them around. So instead of playing this, we're going to play it up here. 3 chord, playing it backside. If you don't know what I mean by backside, you should check out my system. It shows you how to take chords, use them in unique different ways all around the neck, be able to play chord progressions in maybe 5 to 7 different ways around the neck. Look. Something like that. Or maybe we'll do something like this. Something more like high, like... Again, I'm just using the song as inspiration for the melody. I change up the melody all the time. This is sick. Again, going back to that intro chords. Maybe a little flutter. Now we got this high. That's going to be a pain. Instead of major 7 like this, bar. I'm going to do 3 different voicings for the chord. I'm going to go. And then I'm going to add this sub in. If you don't know what a sub means, it's a substitute chord. Adds a little bit of color. Changes up the vibe. Be natural with that added sharp 5. So. Maybe a flutter. So the whole hook, it would be like changing. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing 2 different sides of a minor chord. So like I'm going. So normal minor 7. Then I'm hammering to that 4. And I'm using that note to slide. I love that. Same chord, just messing with the voice leading. Now this, backside. Front side, back side. You got notes in front of the bar. You got notes behind the bar. Okay, whole thing for the hook. 2, 3, 4. Changing the storm. Underneath the candy phone. Again. Right here.
I'll be waiting all night. Something tells me everything is alright. I'll be waiting just fine. Cherry drops keep falling just to bloom in springtime.
2 chord. I'll be waiting. And then 3. And then 4. But we're gonna switch up these voicings so we can get the melody up top per usual. Sometimes I'll take an E minor and play it like this. Other times I'll go like this. But I want to go. That's the melody note I want. And then there's that 3, but I'm gonna do a 1/3. So it's a slash chord. So it's a little piece of the 1. With a little piece of the 3 bass right there. So we got now for the 4. This is, I'm showing you some sauce right here. This is one of my favorite voicings of all time. Instead of playing a G like this, instead of playing a G like this, play it like this. Okay, you got your thumb. Again, the thumb is a game changer. Take these 2 notes, move it back. 9 and the 7. 9, 7. Right, that's the melody. So it's I've been waiting all night. Something tells me that this fool. Again, just thinking like a singer. All right, this is all basic pentatonic stuff. All right, a lot of people come to me, they come into my program and they're like, "Hey, I need to know more scales." And I'm like, "No, you don't. You just need to know how to use the 7 notes that you already know a lot better and more creative." All right, combined with some articulation, combined with some melodic understanding of phrasing, of rhythm, all that jazz. So that's also something we work on. All right, let's do this whole hook. So now 5, normally the 5s play like this, but we want a suspended because This is R&B. Right? So we got a little piece of that 4 chord in the triad with a little bit of the 5 up top. Give it the sauce, but we don't need this note because it's open A. Let's just play an open A string. But we got this note. So I'm going root, 5th fret, 4th fret. Again, knowing the notes in and around the chord is so important. Listen to how high he goes. I want to cop that, so I'm going to play a G up here, all about the finger. I don't know, something similar to that. All right, so this is the whole hook. 4. I've been waiting all night. Something tells me that it's frozen. 5. I've been waiting all night. We're gonna arrange the tune in a more like punchier way. So we're gonna do that intro. We got the right, that'll be one thing. Something like that. And then we got the verse. Looking like cigarette. And then we're gonna add a little piece of that second part. And then back to the hook. We're gonna do that twice, then we're gonna go to the bridge. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go intro, verse, second half of the verse, bridge to hook out, and then I'll make up some kind of high thing on the outro. I'm gonna try this full performance. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Here we go. Here's the intro. 3, 4. Looking like cigarette. Dun, dun, do, 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 hook, waiting from the one more time. Waiting from the Here comes the bridge. I've been waiting. 5 chord. One more time. Outro. Cheap.